What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Toonarami for a very quick video, not on Dragon Ball Z, but on me. So, a lot of you may not have noticed, which is fine. Thankfully, this issue was quickly resolved, so it really didn't seem like anything had happened. But I actually went through a lot over the past 2 days, mainly 2 days ago. But yeah, it carried over until yesterday. So what happened to me? What happened? And is everything okay? Well, I don't know if you saw the community post, but I tweeted, or I didn't just post it here. I also tweeted it. So I was kind of freaking out because I experienced something that I've never experienced before. I'm pretty sure I experienced a power surge, and it happened in the form of an arc flash. An arc flash is basically where an arc of electricity emerges and it like breaches the confines of the circuit or whatever, and so it seems like an actual spark or a flash of lightning or a flashbang went off. So what had happened was, I was just relaxing, watching a YouTube video, and I was farming some Grand Cross, and randomly, nothing had happened. I didn't do anything different. Randomly, a giant spark emerged from behind my desk, behind my computer. It was like an explosion. It really sounded like, well, okay, it didn't sound like an explosion. It looked like an explosion, but a very brief one. So it was a flash of light, but it sounded like a shot or a flashbang grenade. It was loud, and everything went out. Everything in that circuit went out. So my PS4, my Xbox, my Switch, my PC, my monitor, everything just went out. And then I started smelling some smoke, which freaked me out because I thought that something was about to catch fire or something had caught fire. So I had to quickly unplug everything, and I had to fan the area as much as possible to prevent. I have this thing with smoke detectors. I don't like them going off. It gives me a little bit of anxiety, but actually it gives Ayn a lot more. He does not like the smoke detector. So for his sake, I was trying my best to fan the area. Thankfully, it didn't set anything off. But it scared the living hell out of me and him. And then I was wondering what the heck had just happened. So I then had to unplug my surge protector, unplug all the plugs that were in there, and I just left it for a second. And as I was freaking out about the smoke, started making some calls. Don't you just love it when you're going through something really, really bad? It just seems like at that moment, the people that you try to hit up the most are not available. It's kind of what happened to me. So tried hitting up my family, tried hitting up some of my friends outside of YouTube. Nobody answered because I figured like they might know a little bit more about this type of thing than someone like one of my buddies who's playing Dokkan, you know? So I started with my real life connections, and nobody was available. So then I tried calling some of my YouTube buddies. And I'm going to put their names up here because these guys helped me out tremendously. Man, just reliving it is kind of freaking me out. So I called, I'm trying to remember who I called first. I can't remember. But basically what had happened after that was I had to unplug everything, and then with the help of some of my friends, I went through each plug systematically directly into the wall to make sure that nothing had been fried, right? Something obviously was smoking, and initially I thought it was the surge protector, but it turns out it was something more serious. So as I was plugging everything in to the wall directly without a surge protector to see if everything's working fine, everything was. PS4 was working fine, Xbox was working fine, monitors were plugged in fine, speakers, everything. The last thing that I got to was my computer. It didn't work. Turns out the power supply was the thing that got fried. How that happened, I don't know. And here's the thing about me. I didn't have a gaming PC before this one. So if you guys were on the channel early on, for the first, I believe, 1,000 subscribers, I was working off of a laptop, a basic laptop with a pretty mediocre mic and a very less than normal setup for me. So after I was able to invest in a bigger computer, which by the way, that was a huge thanks to Steven. He helped me with that. I was able to, do more stuff on my computer. I was able to run games, emulation, all that stuff. I just never knew about the maintenance side of things. I didn't know that a computer required maintenance. I didn't know that a computer required upkeep. I didn't know that you had to dust out a computer. I didn't know that you had to apply thermal paste into a computer. Just stuff I simply didn't know. And, everyone learns in their own distinct ways. I've learned a valuable lesson from this. Now I know that there's a lot more that goes into the computer than I thought. And because of that, it is likely that's why this whole thing happened. But anyway, as we were, Steven, King Miner, who's not listed here, I don't know his Twitter, but Todd, King Miner, and Steven, the four of us were on a call. And they were kind of walking me through the anatomy of the computer. I was taking it apart. It was a pre-built PC. Again, I'm very basic when it comes to this kind of stuff. It was a pre-built PC, opened it up, and I just didn't know what I was looking at. But there was just a bunch of dust, so I had to clean all that stuff up, and I was not able to really get into the power supply. So then I had to, the next day, run around, find a bunch of hardware stores, try to get the power supply that I needed to then have somebody work on it. And the problem is, because of what's going on in the world right now, I wasn't able to get some of the bigger chains to actually work on my computer or even look at it. So what ended up happening was I was desperately running around looking for smaller mom and pop shops to see if one of them would be able to do it. Most couldn't. But then I found one place, and they told me it would take 2 to 3 days to actually get the part needed. And I said, all right, well, if I get the part for you, if I get the power supply, would that be enough? Can you work on it today? He said yes. So then I ran back to one of the chains that I was looking at initially, bought the power supply from them, took it over to the mom and pop place, and then he looked at it and he said, all right, I might be able to get this done by the end of today, but I'm not sure. So I was at this point freaking out because this was the worst possible time for this to have happened. Global just got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta announced. JP just got started with their 6th year anniversary. I missed a bunch of announcements, a bunch of news, which is why yesterday on my channel, I was basically catching up on what had happened. I had done a stream to talk to you guys to see what had happened, and then I also did a video where I was basically looking over everything that I've missed just to catch up, because I really wasn't able to pay attention to any of this stuff. And then on top of that, apparently this whole Dogecoin thing had happened, GameStop had happened, AMC had happened, which I also wasn't following. So all these threads were just running around, and I'm sitting out on the outside wondering when the heck I can get back in on this loop, with all this stuff going on. So I was very stressed, I was having some anxiety, low-key panic. But, dude, my buddies, these guys right here, Todd, Garesh, Steven, Tiger, Nolar, Brad, dude, Brad came through in the clutch, man. Brad, major shout out to you. Jinro, Truth, Pilk, my boy Pilk also. So, with the help of these guys, I was able to remain calm and get through this. And also King, like I said, King Miner, he's not listed here because I don't know his Twitter. But because of these guys, I was able to get through this crisis. And luckily, I got a message about an hour or no, like 2 hours after I had given the PC and the new part to the guy. He texts me and says, hey, it's done. So I'm thinking this can only be good news. So I'm like driving back. I'm on the phone with Tiger, trying to rationalize and reiterate over in my head that this can only be a good thing that I'm getting texted 2 hours early that the computer's done, right? So I had Tiger on the phone with me. I talked to Brad. I talked to everybody. And ultimately, it was fixed. What had happened was the power supply was fried. He substituted the old power supply for a Corsair modular something or other. I don't know. I am technologically challenged. I don't know anything about phones or computers. After which, I was good. So I picked up the PC, brought it back home, set everything back up, and here we are now. What did I learn? I learned that you have to take care of the computer and you actually have to clean it. Literally didn't know that I had to clean it. Didn't know that. So there is some upkeep that comes with gaming PCs, and as somebody who only used laptops, I've learned my lesson. So this was a first for me, and this will be a last. I will never experience that again. But that is what happened, and all of this happened within the span of 24 hours. So the last video that I had posted was my reaction video. And this had posted, I think, in the evening of the, what is it, the 27th? I think it was the evening of the 27th. Like, a couple hours after that, I think is when my computer, like my surf projector exploded. So, until my stream, I hadn't dropped a video. So yesterday, I technically missed a video, which kind of sucks. I've been wanting to do, you know, a video every single day. But I feel like it was okay, because like doing that stream was enough, right? Given what I had just gone through. But that's what happened. So for those of you who were completely unaware, well, nothing happened. For those of you who wondered what was going on, if I was going to be back, well, good news. I'm back, and this is how it happened. So once again, major thank you to my YouTube fam, all these guys. Literally couldn't have gone through that without you guys, because usually I'm a pretty calculating guy, but this was the first time that I had experienced something like this, and I was kind of just on my own. It felt like the rug had been pulled from under me. So these guys right here, you guys know who you are. Thank you. And I wanted to explain everything to you guys about what happened. So there you go. Fun little story, right? What's going on with me now? Well, I'm back. Everything's back to normal. And I will be doing a live stream tonight, because we've got some stuff coming up. I'll be talking about this in another video, but I got some stuff in the works. So make sure you guys are subscribed. You guys are all tuned in, and you guys can follow my adventures in the future when things like this happen. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on what happened, and yeah, what were your initial thoughts when you saw the announcement? Did you think I was gonna be out for a week, 2 weeks? Do you think this whole 6 year was gonna just go by? What did you think was gonna happen? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you are also technologically challenged, or are you guys big PC people with immense backlog of knowledge? Because I'm not. This stuff is new to me, but I will be learning now. Brad even told me, he was like, bro, we're going to sit down and we're going to go through all of this stuff with you so that you never have to deal with this again. And you know what? I'm going to take him up on that offer. So also be sure to subscribe for more dope content and other content in the future. And click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned, and always remember to PC responsibly. I don't even know if that's... Always remember to just be responsible. Just be responsible. You don't even need the Dokkan response. Just be responsible. See? Being responsible helps so